May I please ask everyone to stand for honors and the playing of our national anthem. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Jonathan Shimiskevich, Vice President of the FDU SVA, will lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Thank you, Martha. Please direct your attention to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please take your seats. I cannot thank you enough for coming today to this recognition ceremony. I know it's a Friday, I know it's a rainy Friday, and I really appreciate the effort that you and your family, the recruiters, everybody has taken to get here, so thumbs up. Enlistees, I want to thank you, I want to recognize you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart, from everyone here in attendance, that you are stepping up and representing our country and joining the military. My name is Martha Papson-Garsha. I'm the Director of Veteran Services here at Fairleigh Dickinson University. I'm a veteran, a soldier for life, and I'm also a Blue Star, two-star Blue Star mom. Both my sons are active duty Army. This is our sixth Our Community Salutes. The first 3 years, the sun was out. The next 2 years, we were virtual. So this, our sixth year, we had to try something different, and so it's raining. But it is sensational to actually be in person holding this event. It's important to recognize each of you, and that is the job of the community. When you're doing something really miserable in boot camp or basic, or when you get to your duty assignment, remember, there are people back at home that appreciate the effort and the misery that you're going to be in. Just please remember that. It'll get you through. Just a little history. So our community salute started in 2009 in South Jersey by Dr. Ken Hartman, who's an educator and a former Army officer. He founded our community salutes to recognize the high school enlistees who are enlisting in the military, specifically the high school enlistees who are enlisting, and to offer guidance to the enlistees and to their families through the transition process of being a civilian and then entering the military. Today, our community salutes is in 25 states, 70 communities, with over 300 ceremonies taking place this year. Now, less than 30% of the young men and women that want to enlist in the military are selected. To name a few reasons why they're not selected, and I'm sure the recruiters could add to this list, they may not be physically fit, they cannot pass the ASVAB, they may have a medical situation, and that's even before they look you up on social media. You are less than the 1% who've been selected to serve in our United States military. Many people will wonder if they have contributed to society. You don't have to wonder. You'll never have to wonder, because the day you made that decision to join the military, you made a decision to make a difference in our world and in our community. So thank you for that. I know you're not interested in college right now. I get it. I know it. But I do want you to know that when it's time for you, when you're ready to get your degree, we're here at FDU to answer your questions about your educational benefits. So reach out to us. And that goes for the parents too, if you ever have any questions about your son or daughter's educational benefits. Over the years, I've been to multiple Our Community Salute ceremonies, and I gotta tell you that something magical occurs when you mix veterans, parents, active duty service members, and the community. It's a chemistry that many of you may not have ever felt before, but I promise you, you'll know what it feels like by the time you leave this event. Now, just one more thing before we go. Enlistees, do me one favor, just one favor before we get on with the program. I'd love for you, please, stand up, turn around, and say thank you to your family, and give them a round of applause. Stand up. Thank you. Thank you. You could turn around and sit down. Now, I'd like to introduce you to Luke Schulteis, Vice President for Enrollment Planning and Effectiveness at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Luke is very familiar with the military. His wife, Nicole, is an Army veteran, and Luke's jumped with the U.S. Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. He was an honorary commander with the U.S. Air Force at Joint Force Base Dix-McGuire Lakehurst, spending 1 year with the 2nd Air Refueling Squadron and 2 years with the Expeditionary Operations School. Luke?
Thank you, Martha. That's the nicest set of orders you're going to have in a while, right? Stand up and turn around to your parents. When you get downrange, it's not going to be cushy and with nice tents and things like that, but we appreciate your venture and where you're going. Here at FDU, we are particularly pleased and proud of you and your decisions. We were founded just as the GI Bills started to come to fruition, and have been serving veterans in great numbers through decades. We're an 80-year-old institution, and we take great pride in supporting those who have come to provide service to the United States of America. We're particularly proud of your decision to serve this country. It's a funny time, and if we look back upon history, it's always a funny time. And it's our military that often provides us with the might to be able to advance freedom and democracy across the world. So we thank you and we honor you for what you're doing for us. The Academy is a place where we can engage in discourse and argue with each other and make fun of each other, and that is due to the ability of us to engage in freedom. And as you know, there are not a lot of places in this world that have freedom. So thank you for where you're going and what you're doing for all of us. This is an important day for you. We'd like to commit to you. We have a very strong Student Veterans Association under the guidance of Martha. They keep in touch with you. You will be receiving care packages, if you will, from us through the years. There'll be surprises, so don't expect it on February 14th or something like that. You'll get it when you get it, but when you get it, know that it's because you're in our hearts. And when you do decide that it's time to retire or time to end that career and embark upon another, we're here for you. We're family. So we're particularly excited that we're all New Jerseyans, and you're helping us all advance the courses of freedom in this nation. Thank you very much. I'd like, with great pleasure, to introduce General Crystal. We're quite honored to have his presence here today, and thank you so much for coming today. Sir?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hey, you guys look great. Thanks for showing up. Good afternoon, everybody. All right, getting you guys wake up, practice a little bit, right? You're going to be doing a lot of that soon. I give you guys a lot of credit, and gals, when I say guys, it means all of you. Give you a lot of credit, and your parents, not only for enlisting and coming into this great organization of the Armed Forces, but also just for being here tonight. It's hard to believe. I was saying to my wife on the way here that it's the same week as it was yesterday. It's 20 degrees colder. It's pouring rain. I'm sure you guys all have a million things to do, but the fact that you're all here and your family members are here shows a lot about your character, and on top of your enlisting. So thanks for being here. It means a big deal. I want to thank Martha for inviting me back. It's always great to be here. I think this is my third time here, and I want to thank Fairleigh Dickinson for having this. This is a very important event. It's truly an honor to be invited back. It was only about 30 years ago, maybe a little more, that I was graduating high school, right? I was sitting in your seats thinking about what I was going to do in the many roads in front of me. Man, you're tall. Now, where you're sitting, that's like ancient history, right? You can't even fathom all the way back then. But from where I am right now and for where you'll be in 30-something years, it's really not all that long ago. I've been privileged to remain in the military, and I moved up through the ranks and led men and women in various units in many different locations. I've had the opportunity to work aside military leaders throughout the country, throughout the world. I was given the opportunity to prepare soldiers for deployment, to lead soldiers overseas on deployment. You're going to find that military service is a privilege like no other. It's an adventure. It's an experience that a very small percentage of the American people take advantage of. When my generation joined, there was no active war. We were in the Cold War. We signed up during the Cold War. Vietnam was a generation before us. I look at all of you sitting here today with a tremendous amount of respect. We as a nation, we've been actively engaged in conflict throughout the world since before you were born. So it says a lot that you are voluntarily taking steps to serve beside other men and women and stand between the United States and those that wish to do us harm. When I get up and do speak talks in front of groups like this, I often refer to your generation as the next greatest generation, and I believe that sincerely. I imagine that all of you are a little scared, a little anxious, a little nervous, except for the guys going in the Marine Corps, about what you're going to get into. You're not really sure what you signed up for. Pretty soon you're going to find yourselves in faraway lands, right? Like Fort Benning, Georgia, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, Parris Island, South Carolina, Great Lakes Naval Training Center, Cape May, New Jersey, that's a far one, right? Or San Antonio, Texas. You're going to learn about your chosen service. You're going to learn unique skills. You'll develop leadership abilities. You'll increase your physical fitness, and you'll have an esprit de corps instilled in you that you never thought possible. You're going to learn a great deal about yourself. You're going to learn about hard work, about teamwork, and you're going to learn about the importance of good leadership. The American poet Robert Frost once said, "Two roads diverged in the woods, and I took the one less traveled." And that made all the difference. And all of you very soon to be high school graduates, you're here today because you decided to take that road less traveled. As a matter of fact, the road upon which you're about to travel, only 1% of the American public currently travels. This road is going to be full of tough challenges, but the personal reward of military service is far worth accepting those challenges. Remember that it's up to you to blaze that path and leave a trail that others want to emulate, that others want to follow. Be the best soldier, the best sailor, the best airman, the best Marine, the best Coast Guardsman that you can possibly be. And don't forget that your achievements are shared with many people who have contributed up to now to your success. Your parents, your siblings, your friends, your fellow classmates, your coaches, your teachers, they all provided you the necessary support and encouragement to get where you are right now. All of these people invested their time and energy into you, and so far you are exceeding all of their expectations. There are no limits to your successes. There's no limits to your accomplishments. Your military service, your life, will be what you put into it. And I sincerely wish you all the best. Thank you again for having me here. God bless all of you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.
You are tall. Okay. I would like to introduce Mr. Richard Eastman. Mr. Richard Eastman is the military liaison for the Morris County Chamber of Commerce and the civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army, Northern New Jersey. Mr. Eastman was surrounded by family who served in the military during World War II, had an uncle who served in World War I, and a great-great-grandfather who served in the New Jersey militia during the Revolutionary War. Mr. Eastman earned his commission through the St. Peter's, then college, ROTC program, Army ROTC program, and became an Ordnance Missile Maintenance Officer. Mr. Eastman retired from the Army Reserves as a lieutenant colonel. Civilian aides to the Secretary of the Army are business and community leaders selected by the Secretary to advise and support Army leaders across the country. Civilian aides to the Secretary of the Army, they bridge the gap between the Army and civilian community by disseminating information about the Army's objectives and major programs to the public through speeches, personal contact, and participation in community events. Mr. Eastman is married to Sheila Carlson Eastman, and together they have 5 children, 11 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. Mr. Eastman?
You read my bio. Well, first of all, it's an honor to stand before all you folks. Thank you very much for what you are going to be doing, for joining the military families, joining all of us. The general here has spoken. I actually have a little bit more time on him. It was 58 years ago that I was commissioned. And I didn't think I'd be standing here at this time. But anyway, thank you for what you are doing. Our community, well, first of all, I just want to say congratulations to all of you who have chosen to take this big step to join the military service and to become part of the family. Your choice to become a member of the military family is an opportunity to cultivate life skills, social and occupational contacts. This is something that now that you're leaving high school, going into the military, and when you leave the military, whether it's after 4 years or if you make it a full career, and you can still make it a career as a reservist, joining the military reserves. So whether you're Army, whether you're Marine Corps, and I'd like to say anybody that's around that's thinking about Air Force, Navy, whatever, while you're not here, I welcome and thank you all, your friends and yourselves. Each of you are taking big steps to take charge of your life's direction. You're taking responsibility for yourself and for your life's path. It is up to you to forge that path to do, and you'll have many opportunities to do that. There are many, many skill sets, regardless of what you have enlisted for at this particular time. Explore, and you will find that there are many other things that you can add to your chosen steps right now, and that will help you advance both in the military and later on in your civilian life. It will enable you to function whether as a member of a military team, from the Army side, I'll say soldier for life, and as a civilian. It is honorable to serve our country. You will know responsibility, consequences, and planning. I encourage you to search out opportunities to grow and learn. This is a time that you can grow and learn. Don't be satisfied with just what you start out doing. Try to build on it. Make it something for you and for the future. Thank you for taking this huge life step. Thank you for choosing to serve our country, and all the best to every one of you. Thank you.
Okay, this is the fun part. This is the recognition ceremony part of the evening. So this is what's going to happen. The general is going to come up, and he is going to give the oath, and then we're going to recognize each enlistee personally. We're going to do it by, we're going to do each branch by the youngest branch to the oldest branch. So first we're going to recognize the Air Force, then we will recognize the United States Marine Corps, and then we'll recognize the Army. When your service branch it's your turn, the officer who is calling your name will come up, and then your service song will be played by the band. While the service song is played, we do expect you to sing loudly and with pride your service song. After that is sung, the service officer will call your name, and you will come on stage. You could fist bump, you could handshake, but everybody wants to congratulate you. And you will be given a print created by our artist in residence and also Marine, Tom Miller. So, sir, would you like to? Sure. It's right here.
All right, can we get the enlistees to please rise? All right, so we're going to do this a little differently. When you raise your right hand, right, I'm going to say state your name. We'll start over there, all right, in that corner, and everybody's going to say their name so everybody can hear your names, okay? And then we'll go right from here, we'll go to the second row and work our way over. Does that work? You guys got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so stand at attention. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. One at a time, yell your name as loud as you can.
I, Gabriela Cortizano. I, Linda Mariquin.
Hi, Seth Schneider. Hi, Tyler Greenwood.
I, Adam Dickinson.
Hi, Brian Gaffney. Hi, Lucas Dominguez.
I, Emmanuel Lester. I, Gloria Perez.
Hi, Michael Turner.
I, Edward Ruben.
Hi, Martin Lau.
I, Wilson Morse.
Hi, Dylan Cross.
I, Anthony Martin. I, Ethan Martinez. I, Joseph Clare. I, Melissa Castro. I, Nicole Whitfield.
Hi, Steve McGoffrey. Hi, Eric Wood. Hi, Tyler Western. Hi, Hubert Piperini.
Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend. the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Great.
Okay, you can have your seat. So Luke Schulteis will represent the Air Force. They're going to play the song first.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Adam, boys, give her the gun. Down we dive, spouting our flame from under, off with one hell of a roar. Live in fame or go down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
Linda Mariquin.
If you want to start down there and then come up. Linda, congratulations. Here you go. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. Okay, we are going to recognize the United States Marine Corps next. Yes, well, you're going to sing. You're going to sing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of Montezuma to the shore, Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. We will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. For the United States Marine Corps, from Kittatinny High School, Gabriella Cortizano. From Newton High School, Donovan Hetzel. From High Point Regional, Casey Kelly. From Madison High School, Michael Kovac. From Kittatinny High School, Michael Mazzola. From Vernon High School, Colin McGrath. From Chatham High School, Ezra Richmond. From Morris Hills High School, Ethan Sweeter. From Jefferson High School, Tyler Westhoven. You going Marines? Martha, we're good?
The Marines could sit, thank you. Next, we'll recognize the Army enlistees.
First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. Then it's hi, hi, hey, the army's on its way. Count off the cadence loud and strong, for wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along. The enlistees for the United States Army, Melissa Castillo Angelini. Steo Bamfo. Dylan Cross. Hubert Deeperine. Lucas Dominguez. Adam Dickinson. Brian Gaffney. Tyler Greenwood. Orone Gooden. Emmanuel Lustin. Ethan Martinez. Gloria Perez. Regis Princeton. Marcel Ricardo. Anthony Velasco Santo. Seth Schneider. Giseth Cuellar. Marcel Woodson. And Nicole Witklevitz. Henry McDermott. What is it? Edward? Edward? Excuse me, Edward McDermott. Anybody else? Go ahead. Picardo? Jeremiah Pichardo. Ladies and gentlemen, your enlistees in the United States Army.
Thank you, sir. Can all the enlistees please stand so we can give you a round of applause? Woo! Congratulations. You could take your seats now. Thank you. That was exciting. So I would like to please introduce one of my student veterans, Jonathan Shimiskevich, who is the vice president of our FDU SVA. Jonathan is a Marine, and he's a student veteran, and he's one of my, well, I can't say it too loud because I have all my students here. He's one of my star students.
Thank you, Martha. I'd like to thank everyone in the FDU staff and faculty for making this happen. Obviously, with this many moving parts and with the weather, it's not easy. I'd like to thank all the military personnel for showing up in their good uniforms. Everyone looks good. Don't know what that meant, but okay. But most importantly, I'd like to thank you guys. As we all know, things in our nation, it doesn't take much time on social media to see that things don't look so good right now. It doesn't take a geopolitical expert to know that we have a lot of competitors and adversaries around the world looking at us right now. But I see you guys sitting here. I think we are doing all right. There are a million things that I wish I had the time to tell you guys about this fantastic adventure you're about to go on. There are a million things that I feel compelled to tell you guys that I wish I could tell you guys, but there just isn't enough time. And you guys will be sitting through a lot more standing through a lot more formations in the near future, so I'm not going to hold you guys to that. What I will tell you is that take care of one another, get the job done, train hard, train smart, study, strengthen your bodies and your spirit for what's about to come. Stay open to new ideas and to meeting new people. And you guys will be all right. That's all I got.
Now I'd like to introduce you to a lady who I was introduced to a few years ago. She is dynamic. She is a Blue Star mom, and she has some words of wisdom, probably for the enlistees, but definitely for the parents. Debbie Birkland.
I am so proud of all of you guys, beyond. Thank you for being here today. It's a crazy day, and I know, like he said, you're sitting through a lot, so thank you for sitting through one more. But this is all about you, and we're all so proud that you're here. I am a very proud Marine mom. My son Ryan is a sergeant in the Marine Reserves, and he's a 23-year-old rifleman based out of Picatinny Arsenal. I'm going to tell you a little bit about his story. He entered boot camp 2 weeks after graduation from high school, completed boot camp and his MOS training right before Christmas in 2017. He then went right to base 2 days before Christmas, was told his unit was deploying to Afghanistan, and came home and told me the news. He was thrilled. I could have thrown up. But that's what we all signed up for, right, moms and right enlistees? We're here. College was put on hold so he could prepare for deployment. He was able to join his unit, so he had to fast track his training that the unit had already done and able to complete all of the tasks he needed to join his unit in Afghanistan in the fall. He immediately went to Camp Lejeune. With his infantry battalion, they completed intense pre-deployment training. They worked through the summer, and then in September flew to southern Afghanistan to start their 8-month deployment at Camp Shorab as part of Task Force Southwest. During that time, his unit was responsible for the security of the Afghan Army leaders, as well as the security of the U.S. side of the joint base. The mission was also to train, advise, and assist their Afghan partners on the Afghan side of Camp Shorab. Here's where I take a deep breath. They repelled a failed Taliban attack against the base on March 1st, 2018, where as many as 20 Afghan security forces were killed by the Taliban insurgents. None of the insurgents survived, and there were no U.S. or coalition injuries or casualties. Ryan and his unit were recognized for their gallantry, which included multiple Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medals, Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medals, Bronze Stars, as well as Combat Action Ribbons. Currently, he has 1 year to go on his Marine contract and is graduating magna cum laude from FDU in 2 weeks with his bachelor's degree in criminology. Thank you. He is also pursuing his master's degree here in criminal justice, which we will get next spring, and then on to a career in law enforcement. And I have to take another quick plug for my buddy Martha. He is here because of Martha, 100% for what she has done, what she does for our veterans. Phenomenal. I love you. And I would encourage you guys, when you come back, if this is something you want to pursue, there is no place better. Martha and her team are a dream. They will do for you what they've done for my son, and they've done for so many veterans. They will take a look at your transcript. There are classes that you can get credit for the military experience that you have. You are welcomed here. You are loved here. You're part of a family. So please, please consider this. You'll love it. With that said, though, I have been touched by what my son and all of these military heroes, you upcoming heroes, have done, that I've done everything I can do to give back to military families. I am now an officer in our local Marine Corps League, which is the Slattery detachment of the Marine Corps League here in Morris County. We support active military, their veterans, families in our state and throughout the country. Could not be more proud to play a small role in this local, thank you, in this local community. But you guys now are part of this whole family, and welcome to it. It's a great feeling to know that someone always has your back, they will always be here for you, and you will never be alone. Enlistees, I, like everyone else up here and everybody behind you, are so proud of you and amazed at the maturity and the commitment you have to our country and keeping us all safe. Parents, I have been in your shoes. I know how it feels. I have experienced all of these emotions, the highs and the lows, but it is an awesome journey. And while your sons and daughters are preparing, you will be preparing too. This helps all of us get through the next couple years. But we're here to celebrate everybody in the front seats and everybody behind you. I am humbled in the presence of all of you and wish you all a great journey, best of health, and Godspeed. I am here in the back after the program, so if anybody would like a cell phone to laugh or cry or give a hug, please come find me. I am here for you and thrilled and proud to be a part of this. I want to now introduce Cindy LeMay. She is the president of the Blue Star Moms of North Jersey, and she has a couple words as well.
First, I'd like to congratulate every single one of you for taking the step to protect our country. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. I am the president of Blue Star Moms of Northern New Jersey, NJ6. How I got here, I have an Army son, or a son that is now an Army veteran, and I also have a son that is a Marine stationed in Cherry Point. What we do is, you'll notice when you are deployed or away overseas, you'll see some care packages come through. One of our chapters, all the chapters across the nation, we help collect those items to get them to you. Just sometimes the basics and sometimes some fun stuff. To the families, welcome to the 1%. It's a really good club to be in, better than the 10%ers, I'll tell you that right now. What else we do is, you might see some moms on base one day, and or you might be in your uniform going to get lunch. Some random mom might come up and hug you and say, call your mother. She might be a Blue Star mom, so just give her that hug, because that hug is for her too, for her son. And any of your mothers out there, we also support each other. I have some of my Blue Star moms with us right here. I have my vice president and secretary and my treasurer, Patty, over there, okay, over there. We support each other, we have meetings, we meet every second Tuesday of the month, we do activities, and it's a great club to be in. We're there to support each other, and as new military mothers, we're welcoming you with a carnation, and hopefully I don't cry while I read this, but we're also including you with a poem, and this goes out to all the military families. How I feel about my enlisted child. Here are children today, and then adults tomorrow. Our babies grow up, We learn to our sorrow. When I close my eyes, I see you playing in the past. Where did the time go, and why so fast? I watched every day as you changed and grew. Now here you are, the perfect grown-up you. You filled my days with needs for which I could help, then joined the military and made my heart melt. You may be taking this step and leaving my nest, but you're still part of me, the part that's the best. But you have made me proud from the moment you were born. Again, you enter the branch in which you were sworn. I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers every night, because you are one of the brave prepared to fight. Your military family will become your second home, and they'll keep you busy wherever you roam. Support from me will never cease, because your job now is to keep the peace. When you are gone and having a bad day, remember you know how to act and what to say, because I taught you how to be all you can be, and there is no prouder in the world than me. So go and show them all what makes you you, remembering that our community salutes you too. Poem is by Jenny Morris. Congratulations, everybody.
Well, we are coming to the end of our program. And I do have a few notes I'd like to share with you. Just give me 1 second. That poem always gets to me, I apologize. Thank you. Thank you for coming out into the rain. I didn't realize it would be so dark under this tent. Usually the sun is shining. But thank you for coming out and getting wet, braving the traffic. Appreciate it. I'd like to thank the West Point Quintet Band again this year. You knocked it out of the ballpark. Awesome. I got to give a thank you to Gourmet Dining, who donated the cookies and the beverages for us. The Florham Park and the Madison Fire Department, who brought their 2 ladder trucks to hang our beautiful big American flag. General Crystal and Mr. Rich Eastman, thank you. All of the military recruiters, you got a lot of emails from me and phone calls. Thank you. I know you don't have an easy job, but you have a very important job, and it's recognized. Thank you. The Blue Star Moms of North Jersey, an outstanding organization. Thank you. Thank you for coming and bringing the flowers and the poem. Tom Miller, artist in residence, outstanding Marine, who has a heart of gold and is always willing to share his artwork. Thank you, Tom. To the recruits, the high school recruits, thank you for stepping up. You are so far beyond your peers, and it's going to pay off. Thank you for doing what you're doing. To the mothers and the guardians, happy Mother's Day. So please remember that photos from tonight's event will be posted on the FDU Veterans Facebook page. That's number 1. Number 2 is this event has been videotaped, and once it's ready to be put on our webpage, you can find it on the FDU Veterans webpage. Just look up FDU, Google FDU, and there'll be a Veterans tag at the top of the page, and then we'll put the video on the Veterans page so you can access that. If you didn't get your family photo taken, You can ask Bill, and Bill is with the camera. He'll take your photo by the fireplace. And there's more refreshments, so please help yourself to more refreshments. And that will wrap it up. So I'm going to ask you to please stand for taps. Safe travels home, and God bless America.